you know, if there's something going on because it's a holiday, or or it's like the day, a couple days after a holiday or whatnot. But the things that I've been hearing today from people is from black men specifically is really crazy. Like, I just saw this live that I took this screenshot from of a man that's clearly been to jail before for a fact. I won't even say jail. I'll say prison. Saying most of our black women are delusional, believing they could get the man of their choice when they're ready. The modern day mentality, which apparently only applies to black women. Self-centered, don't need a man, don't want kids, sacrificing traditional morals and values. What's crazy is that this Negro was talking about traditional morals and values, which most of the time is rooted in some type of religion, but then saying that he's against religion, which doesn't even make any sense. Then he starts talking about women are self-sabotaging and they're destroying the future of our people. Now, let me say this. Everything in the black community rests on the shoulders of black women. Everything. So nothing that's going on in the black community is the black man's fault. So when a black man is committing crimes, it's not his fault. When a black man is making single mothers, it's not his fault. When a black man is not going to college, it's not his fault. It's crazy to me. When the black man is making rap music that has destroyed generations upon generations of impressionable black men and led them down the wrong path of prison, or the grave, because they're trying to follow behind a lifestyle that's been glorified through TV, movies, and music. None of that is their fault. All of this is the black woman's fault. All of it. And, I'm getting real tired. Real tired of it, honestly. And, I'm also getting real tired of black women that go on these panels and legitimately feed these Negroes delusions. You can if you want to, Sage. It's really crazy. Like, I would have wanted to speak, but it was a girl that came up there. I think I may have talked to her before on the panel. Her name is Misandrist, and she tried to give them facts, and he muted her and then called her a little girl and said that she was lying about what she said, even though she wasn't, and didn't give any information to disprove her point. Nothing. Other than said that she is basically a liar. And, everything that she said was wrong. And she's one of those evil modern black women that he's talking about. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's really crazy to me. Let's see. Somebody said Carter, black women want validation. And it's, yes. And I really do feel like those black women that come on those panels with these dudes, that's exactly what they're looking for. Validation. And for the life of me, I don't understand why you would want validation from a pookie. Why you would want validation from a bandit. Why? What exactly is he going to be able to give you? Nothing. He's not going to be able to give you no money. He's not going to be able to give you any economic opportunities. He's not going to be able to do nothing for you. So what exactly are you looking for validation in a man for? And even more importantly, a black man. What are you looking for? All he's going to tell you is that as you should. As you should, sister. Worship me, worship me, worship me, worship me, worship me. And know that I will never, ever, ever worship you. I will never, ever put you on a pedestal. I will never, ever admit to any of my wrongdoings. I will always say that it's you. So exactly, really, what are we talking about? Like I said, it's really, I'm really starting to I feel like I'm about to crash out, y'all. To be honest, I feel like I'm about to, because the Negroes, they say the same things every day. They don't take accountability things every day. They don't take accountability for nothing that they do. Every single solitary thing that they do that's bad is a black woman's fault. But seeing black women get up there, like, no, I forgot what her name was. I don't know, she might not be up there still. But I screenshot her. I can tell you what her name is after I go look at my photos, because she was saying so much crazy stuff about black women like she wasn't one. That's what was blowing me. Like, ma'am, do you know that when you look in the mirror, you a black woman? Like, it was crazy. Like it was one guy up there that was like, black women sold out the black man for food stamps.
That's a lie. That's not true.
And I know it's not true. And then that's what I'm saying. The Miss Andrews that was up there, she was giving them all the points that is not true. And he just muted her and called her a little girl and said she was a liar. And then she unmuted herself and said, I have proof. And then he muted her again and was like, we're not going to talk about lies on here. Well, my thing is that I done had plenty of men come up and say they don't believe what I have to say. And I tell them, tell me, what is it? What is it? Tell me. You let me know. I want you to prove me wrong. And they never can prove me wrong, because what I'm saying is the fact. But I give them a chance to. I don't mute them when they tell me that I'm wrong. Oh man, you said whose live is this? T, hold on real quick. Let me go look at my pictures so I can tell you the name of the guy. Hold on. Okay, his name is Jukie Williams. Jukie Williams. Jukie Williams. Jukie Williams. That's his name. And I'm telling you right now, that man is a complete psychopath. Honestly, man, that man is delusional, bonkers. Like, and the women, like, Sage, you ain't got to say nothing to him on my behalf. He didn't do nothing to me. I was just listening, even though I did talk a lot of trash in the chat. I did talk a lot of, girl, Carter. Ooh, if he would come over here, Sage, that would be so dope if he would come over here. For real. But he probably wouldn't. You know what, Miss Scott and Carter? Y'all know what? Let me tell you something. That man, if y'all go over there and hear that man's voice, y'all already gonna know that he's definitely done some time in prison, for sure. He definitely was somebody's bottom bunk, bed bug, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. For real, Jukie Williams, all right? T Scorpio, it is Jukie, Jukie Williams. Jukie Williams. That's the name, T. We was just laughing at his name. But yeah, like I said, I just feel like, really, stop playing, T. Stop playing, T. Oh my goodness. T Scorpio gonna say, is it Dookie Williams? Stop playing. Oh my goodness. Like I said, like, it was really like, I'm not even, you know what? I'm telling you, like, what he said, I've heard from a million black men before. But for the life of me, I don't understand women that join these panels and agree with these men. So, like, you really want to go on a panel where black men, they have nothing to offer you other than the Vienna sausage in between their legs? You really want to go there and validate them by telling them, you're right, we're so delusional, we can't get a man, we're so selfish? It was literally a woman that got up there that said all of that and more. And then she said that people call her a pick-me, and that because she goes against what the sisterhood say. I said in the comments to her, I said, you're not a sister, so I don't understand why you expect to be included in the sisterhood. You're not a sisterhood. Like, you're not in the sisterhood. Like, at this point, you coming up here, you're an enemy to black women. Why? What would make you think that? You know what I'm saying? That you would be accepted. That's what I'm saying, Layla. I can't imagine being that desperate for the approval of black men that I would just accept known lies about myself. You know, black men have far more work to do, far more things statistically fact-based that can be proved, that they have way more issues. I really don't even understand it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then to be begging for attention or approval from busters, like what? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, honestly, is wild to me. Like, why in the world are you online looking for approval from busters? Like, what? Like, really? Like, you looking for approval from a man named Juki? Like, what? Like, I can't. But you know what? I wanted to just say, like, hey, how you doing, legendary Frankie? You know what I wanted to say is, I want to know how black women can be delusional by not wanting kids and doing things differently. You know what I'm saying? But then before, y'all calling black women single mothers and saying that they're not doing anything with themselves. Make it make sense. Like, which do you want? Do you want black women that are striving for better, that aren't allowing men to impregnate them? Or do you want single baby mamas? It's giving, you know, however black women do it, you're going to have something to say. You know, hey, Sage, did you have something to say, sis?
Yeah, girl, let me say something. He's charging people to come on his panel. He said he not gonna let nobody else come on his panel unless they paying him. And if you don't pay to get on his panel, you're broke. And he's just venting. He just is weird. He's rage baiting. I don't know what his problem is. He got a problem.
You know what? I wouldn't give that man $1 in Ronald McDonald bucks if they still got them. I don't think so, though. I wouldn't give him $1 in Chuck E. Cheese tokens to get up on his dusty panel. Truthfully, like, that man sounds like the last education that he had was in the 5th grade. That's
He looks like he's in his 40s, close to 50s. He don't look like he's young. This man is an older gentleman. This is not a younger gentleman. And I use the term gentleman loosely. But I was listening to him talk, and all he's over there is just saying horrible stuff about women. I told him to come over. I told him but I don't think he's gonna come. So,
girl, that man, I'm honestly flabbergasted that you know what it is? I think I'm flabbergasted at the nerve of them. Because it's like, you can sit there and not have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and you over there talking about somebody and what you think they should be doing. You need to focus on yourself. You know, you need to focus on washing and taking a wash rag behind your ears, the crack in between your ears, you know, back there in the back, and scrubbing back there. Because it probably smelled like earring backs.
Oh, is that his mugshot?
I knew that man had been in jail.
That's why I came over here. I was going to say, Trigger, don't even. If you go on this man's page and look at the pictures he posted, he is not only from the penitentiary, he live up in the projects. I know a project, Pookie, when I see one, and I think he's from New York. So I definitely know a project butt buster. So don't worry about it.
Girl, yes. You know what? That's what I said in the live. I said, I know a man that has been in prison before. You can hear it in their voices.
You can tell by they talk. And
yes.
You can just tell. That's what I'm saying. That's what she got to write. Notice these men that have criminal records. I've noticed a lot of these men that get up here that talk all that stuff, they got criminal records because they can't get no job because they're criminal records. So they do this because they need money.
Exactly. TikTok had became a new source of income for these type of men. So they're going to say anything to rage bait, to get everybody to come over there, the numbers, to gift the panel, to bang his Cash App. Listen, All it takes is one phone call to his parole officer. I
He
don't even know if
mad
he's
because he ain't
supposed
got
to
no
be on the
money.
internet. He
He
probably
mad. He mad because he ain't got no money, and that's why he was like, "If you want to come on this panel, you got to pay me." Shoot, maybe we need to call his parole officer. That's what we need to do. And
I knew it. I knew it though, y'all. I knew it. When he was talking, I could just tell. I could tell that man was definitely a penitentiary pookie. I knew it. I knew it. Cause they always be having that voice, that like gravelly voice that sounds like, they was saying, hey, let me get that Snickers, bro. Yeah, let me get them ramen noodles off you, Nick. Like, I just knew it. I knew it, man. I knew it.
they're angry because they don't got no money. You know how when these men ain't got no money, they turn evil. That's why all these men online are so angry because they that rug money ain't hitting like it used to when they was last on the streets and when they got arrested, and now they out and they struggling and they can't get their stuff together.
That's
That's
exactly.
all that is. That's all it is. They lost connections with the plug, and now they out here and then notice the game done changed. And they up here saying, "Oh, I could get on TikTok and talk mess about black women and rage bait black women to try to get me money." But this is no. But I'm telling you, I've noticed this consistent pattern. It's rare when I run across these men online that don't have criminal records. It's all of them.
You know what I find to be crazy is that ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me that you gonna be a penitentiary pookie and then you gonna talk about how black women is ruining the black community and ruining everybody. No, sir, you ruining everybody and men like yourself. Being part of the system, committing crimes that you don't have to do. Ain't nobody force you to commit whatever crime that you committed to be in prison. You did that on your own. But instead of talking about, this man could talk about, hey, how about this young black man? Don't go to jail. Don't go to prison. Or you'll end up being a bed buck like me. You'll end up, you know what I'm saying, getting played with outside of the showers like myself. So please don't do that. Please don't do that. Stay on the right track, young brothers. Go to school. You would no. You'd rather go get online and blame women when you are literally a walking example of how it's not women at all. Because and this is what I wanted to say, but I knew he wasn't gonna let me say nothing. I would say, venture to say 90% of the problems in the black community are caused by men. Period. If they behavior would if all black men just instantly somebody could like make a wish with a genie and fix every black man, I would venture to say 90% of all of the issues in the black community would be resolved. You know what I'm saying? And that is the truth. So it's like, I think it's like the audacity. I think that's what really.
It's true. Most of the problems are caught. And listen, my father is a man, obviously, because he's my father. Is the video I posted a video of my father on my TikTok page. If you go to my page and scroll down a bit, you're gonna see my dad. And he says himself that majority of the problems caused in the community are caused by men. My father said that on video too. On video. So it's just annoying how these men always try to put it on us and say that we're the problem. No, we're the ones that are basically cushioning everything and keeping everything together. While at the same time, a lot of women want to still try to remain in community with men, but it's so hard. They make it hard.
I definitely agree. Did you have something to say, T?
Thing I was gonna say, especially the pick-mes that came up there, those are the type of pick-mes that put money on they books. These are the type of pick-mes that if you was to say that he did something to a kid, she'll be right there by his side saying no. So yeah, this is why we be saying all the time how pick-mes are dangerous, and behind every degenerate man is a degenerate woman.
I definitely agree with you for sure. Because my thing is this, is that I said, you already know that I said this earlier. I said seeking validation from penitentiary pookies is insane. But, and I know that's funny, but it's actually scary too, because the women that are the pick-mes, they allow these men to live in delusion. Because when they have the opportunity to be confronted by Black women that can actually tell them, hey, what you're saying is not true, it's not accurate, it's not factual, it's not logical, they always got a crazy pick me on there like, no, you're right, King. You're
The
right, King.
the
It's
girl in
just
the
the Black
picture, she's
women
one of my
doing it.
mutuals.
You said what now?
The girl in the picture in the bottom right corner, she's one of my mutuals. I've been on her panels before. And I know her mindset. Yes, her mindset is pick me ish. But that's why I was asking the girl who was being super pick me ish, which one was it? Because the girl she's just being honest is one of my mutuals.
Hold on, I'm about to look right now. Say just one second.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I might have to talk to her. Because she and I are on two different spectrums.
Her name is She Just Being Honest.
Yes.
Yeah, that's her. That's her.
She's one of my. I need
Crazy.
to have a top conversation with her because she knows how I get down, and she says a lot of problematic stuff. And I've been in her spaces before, and I've been on her lives, and she knows that I don't play. And I'm actually not surprised. But some of the stuff that I've heard her when she was hosting lives and I went to her panel, she wasn't that extreme. So I'm pretty sure whatever she said when she got up there is pretty egregious. But me and her,
girl, she was talking about how Black women not gonna get nobody because Black women are like mean and stuff, and they don't know how to respect the Black man. They talk to Black men any type of way. And Black women think they gonna get a man, but they not. And you know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh, and she also said that like Black women call her a pick me all the time, but and then they say that they're all about the sisterhood, but when they call her a pick me, why is she not a part of the sisterhood even though she's a woman? And I said in the comments, I said, because you're not a sister. The mere fact that you up here saying this stuff shows that you're not a sister, and that's why you're not part of the sisterhood. You can be a woman and not be part of the sisterhood.
let me see if I can invite her over here
That lady crazy.
No, let me see if I can invite her over here so I can have a conversation with her. Cause
I just think it's crazy to talk about
crazy.
Black women like you not one. Like, oh, all y'all Black women, y'all so mean and nasty, but not me. Like, that is so crazy to me. Like, you're trying to other yourself among a whole panel of dusty, ashy men that I promise you, they probably can't even take you out. They probably can't even take you out to get the $5 meal at McDonald's. They can't even do that for you. So exactly, why are you doing this, man? Like, for what? What's your reasoning in doing it? What's your reasoning in doing it?
I'm trying to see if I can find her. She's my mutual, but I can't seem to find her to share the live with her because she got them emojis. And am I surprised? No, because I've had a few mutuals where it came out that they've said some problematic stuff, and then we ended up no longer being mutuals. So I'm not surprised. Dang, why can't I find her?
I'm blocking some of the people. Let me know, you guys, if it's still skipping. Is it still glitching, y'all? I got a couple more people I can block, but let me know if it's still, because it was 2 dudes in here. I just blocked them. Is it still glitching? Let me know, and I'll okay, yeah. It stopped. Yeah, it's probably because it was Miss Scott says it's still glitching. Okay, it's not glitching no more.
For real?
Okay. Yeah, because these dudes be coming in here and they be reporting.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But no, that guy, he's broke and he's struggling. And this is the only way he can get any sort of money. And he sees other people come up here and rage bait Black women. So he's going to sit up here and try to rage bait Black women. Because it says most of our Black women are delusional. I'm like, sir, you live in public housing in the ghetto with your baby mama. You have a criminal record. What do you mean we're delusional? I think what it is he thinks the women that he should be able to get, he can't get. So he's mad and he just come up here to rant and ramble on top of being broke.
I just can't imagine, any woman entertaining a man like this, even though I know it happens often. But, the thing about it is that I really do feel like, once again, we cannot control the actions of men. Men are going to do whatever it is that they want to do. However, what we can do is we can stop the way we respond to them. And actually, in spaces where we can hold them accountable or be completely honest with them, we can do that. And that's why I believe in giving black men cold, hard truth all day, every day. Even if they say, hey, you must hate black men. You hate us. No, I don't hate y'all. But I tell you what, y'all need to hear the truth, because so many black women allow them to live in delusion and to hide behind what they've really done. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. They was talking about, they were talking about the Black Panthers, and the girl that was up there was trying to tell them about how the Black Panthers had done things and to women, and he was not trying to hear that either. He was not trying to hear that either. He didn't want to hear anything that was rooted in reality. All he wanted to hear is lies and ways to blame black women. That's all he wanted to hear. And then I forgot to say this too, bro. There was a man that came up there, a black man that came up there, and he was talking about how black men out-earn black women. And that also blew me, because men out-earn women in general. It's patriarchal, bro. So my thing is that, what is that? Why don't you compare yourself to other men? You want to compare yourself to the ladies like you're, you know what I'm saying? I can't say the word that I want to say, but I'll just say like a punk. You want to compare yourself to women, but you don't want to compare yourself to other men. Why don't you tell me your earnings compared to white men or Asian men or Indian men from India? Why those large populations? Why don't you compare your numbers to theirs instead of ladies? I can guarantee y'all that y'all be on the bottom if you do. So why you not doing that? This whole weird competitive thing that they have with black women, they want to compete with black women like we're equal, but then want to say we're not equal and we're supposed to submit to them. Why in the world is anybody submitting to you if you think we're on the same level? Because you must think we're on the same level if you're trying to compare everything. That's not weird. Like, that's really strange to me. It don't make no sense. You know what? Let me see what y'all say in the comments. Layla says even Hispanics will out-earn them in a decade, even with the deportations. Absolutely. Cookie says, mind you, they're only getting paid more because they don't get pregnant. Yeah. Bianca P13 says they mad because most black women are becoming allergic to dusties. Yes, that's so true. Cookie says made up mush mouth rhetoric. Facts. Let's see here. Sade says BMs are some haters obsessed with black women. They wish they could be on black women's level. Not gonna happen. Let's see here. Hey Starboo, how you doing? But yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with y'all, like, for sure. I just I don't know, it's just real crazy to me. Like I said, and then my thing is, I'll just say this too. Like, I don't care what you guys believe in as far as religion. I don't care if you believe in religion or you don't believe in religion. If you believe in God or you don't believe in God, I don't care. I think that everybody has a right to believe whatever they want. But I will tell you this. I find it very weird when men come up and they talk about how anti-religion they are, but yet they use religious-based values and rhetoric to push their point. Like, he's talking about how black women don't want to submit, don't have traditional morals and values. It's like, where did that come from? Doesn't that originate from religion? So whether you agree with it or not, if you don't agree with religion, then you have to stop mentioning traditional morals and traditional values. You shouldn't even be talking about none of that then. And Cookie, I want to know how you can use the Bible to oppress women when you say you don't believe in the Bible. That doesn't make any sense to me. What are you doing? You're contradicting yourself. And like I said before, I don't care what people believe in. I've already said I believe in God, but if you don't, that's fine. But that doesn't make any sense to say you don't believe and then use things from believers as to justify why you should be able to put your foot on the backs of black women. Make that make sense. Like, what? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, he would also say that black women are destroying the future of our people, that's literally insane. Who is deleting black men and black women and black children the most? And by far, not by a window, by a large window. Who is doing that? Black men. So who's the future of our people, right? The kids, right? So who's abandoning them and not even wanting to pay $50 a week in child support? What? I mean, who's really destroying it? Who is unaliving their race of women the most in the United States? Huh? Isn't that destroying our future as well? Seeing as though women are the ones that birth what? The children that push forth what? The future? That doesn't make any sense to me. So who's doing that? Who's the major sellers of hard candy that are also getting people addicted and ruining their lives and taking them off the earth or giving them issues to where they can't get off of these substances? Once again, isn't that destroying the future of our people way more? Huh? Because I know y'all not talking about some hair weaves and lashes and makeup and women saying they don't need a man and they don't want kids. How is saying you don't need a man or you don't want any children? How is that destroying or sabotaging the future of black people? And not to mention, y'all, but isn't black men getting on lives talking about black women, degrading black women, dehumanizing black women? Isn't that also destroying our future? Because isn't that turning off women, black women, from wanting to entertain black men? Isn't that making them disgusted with them or no? Is that not doing that? Like, is that how you feel when you hear a black man destroying black women? Does that make you more attracted to him? Does that make you want to marry him and have his children? I really, let me know. Y'all let me know. Is that not destroying the black community? Men that talk so reckless and crazy? Like, and like I said, I like to have fact-based conversations. And that is just I don't know how clear cut you can get than that. Anytime I talk to black women, right, that have decided that they don't want to talk to black men anymore, they always mention public disrespect. Public disrespect, public disrespect, public disrespect. Frisco Bonita says, with your fake profile, Frisco Bonita, and I must tell you that to use the name Frisco Bonita as a fake profile is really ridiculous. But you said that's why black men are dating and marrying out. I wish that in 2025, people like Frisco Bonita would realize that no one cares. The only people that care about that are pick-mes. I promise you, black women that have something going on do not care if black men are dating and marrying out. And the fact is that black men marry the least. I think that y'all don't be aware of statistics when y'all say the things that y'all say. Black men marry the least out of any race of male here in the United States. So y'all are not marrying out a lot. You're not. What you do is you date those women, you impregnate those women, and you get rid of those women. That's why you see all of these white tea girls on TikTok with these caramel babies crying and hooting and hollering about where's Tyrone at? Oh my goodness, Tyrone left me. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, because y'all do it to everybody. So what exactly is that? Like, is that supposed to be a threat? Is that supposed to be like, what? What are we talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, and LOM, you have 10 seconds to get in a box. I will let you speak for 3 minutes uninterrupted. And I can guarantee you uninterrupted. And I can guarantee you I can debunk anything that you have to say. Seeing as though you said I have no facts and statistics. I do. I do. I do. And I'll wait. I'll wait for you to. I do. And I'll wait for you to accept my request. It looks like you're rejecting my request, sir, which I'm not surprised. But I sent you again. Please accept my request. You know what I'm saying? Please. Okay, I got you, Frisco Bonita. I'm sending you another request. This dude right here, LOM, you have 5 seconds to accept my request or you getting blocked. Because I don't play with you talking about I don't have facts, because I do. You can ask me anything and I can guarantee you I can debunk you with facts and statistics and truth. Unlike yourself, you can't do that to me, but I can do it to you. So I'm going to count to 5. And if you're not there, okay, hold on. Did you accept? Let me send it to you one more time. I just sent you a request. Come on up, LOM, since you said that you did. It doesn't look like it. It looks like you keep rejecting it. So send me a request. You send me a request. He didn't accept nothing. He didn't accept it, y'all. He lying. He didn't. He keeps rejecting it. That's why it says sent, but he keeps rejecting it and he keeps turning black again. Because he's not accepting my request. Because he's a liar. Like, accept my request, bro. Exactly. I'm blocking you. I'm going to give you, once again, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you a liar. You getting blocked. You not going to keep rejecting my invitation. Bye-bye. Have a great day. And this is exactly what I mean. You know, these guys will keep, like, he just literally called me a liar in the chat. I sent this man like 10 requests. You know how, like, if you send somebody a request, you click on their name and you hit the invitation and it goes to that like light pale gray because you sent the request. And once they reject it, it goes back to black again where you can re-invite them. I did that to him like 7 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he rejected it. And the reason why he rejected it is because he didn't have nothing, a leg to stand on. I will issue a public call out. If you feel like you can prove to me statistically, factually, you know what I'm saying? How black women are ruining the black community at a higher rate than black men, please, then yes. Then please send me a request now. We can have the debate of the century. And I promise you, you will lose. Please send me a request. If you feel like this prompt is true, you feel like black women are ruining the black community way more than black men, please send me a request. Please. I will let you speak. I will even go as far as to let you speak for 5 minutes. I will put a timer up there. I will let you speak for 5 minutes uninterrupted. And you give me numbers. I don't want to hear your feelings. I don't want to hear about how you mad at your baby mama because she asked you to get some diapers, some Huggies from the store. I don't want to hear none of that. All I want to hear is facts. Facts. Truth, statistics, please. Once again, this is a public call out to any black man that feels like this prompt is true. If you feel like black women are destroying the black community and the future of our people, please tell me how. Please tell me how. And I can guarantee you that you will lose. But please debate me. Please. And once again, I want y'all to, I'm not like the rest of y'all ashies that once people hit you with facts, y'all want to drop them. Y'all want to block them. Y'all want to name call them. Y'all want to disrespect them and call them the B word and call them out their name and call them an angry black woman. I will let you say whatever you want for 5 minutes as long as you're not cussing. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, please I'm ready. I'm ready. Truthfully. But I really feel like as many men come in here, y'all already know that there's no possible way that you can say that black women are causing more harm to the black community than you. It's no way you can say it. It's literally no way that you can say it unless you're pulling it out your butt. Unless you are trying to experiences. It's just no way. But yeah. Okay. Like I said, the invitation. But yeah. Okay. Like I said, the invitation, as long as this live is up, as long as this live is still going, I am open to debate. And matter of fact, you don't even have to be a black man. You can be a black woman too. You can be a pick-me. You just tell me how black women are ruining the black community more than black men. Please. Please. I'm gonna look and see. Is it skipping, y'all? Let me know if it is. Because it might be some people that I need to block. Yeah. Be original. You are right. Be original. Let me block this person right here. Hold on. You're blocked. I blocked this dude. Is it still glitching, y'all? Let me know. Exactly. Layla says, from reputable sources. Of course. Of course. Of course. Make sure that it's reputable sources. Of course. Of course. Of course. Make sure that it's reputable sources. Did I block LOM? I think so. Yeah. Okay, you guys, let me know. Okay, it's not. All right. Let me know, you guys. I'm hoping that I can get a man in here that is brave enough and not cowardly that will be on this. I really, I hope so badly that a man I hope so badly that a man comes up here and feels like he can prove me wrong. I really do. I really do. Let me see if I can block somebody else in here. I'm gonna block this person. Sorry if you're not a man, but you may be. I'll block you. Let's see. Is it glitching still? Y'all let me know in the comments if it's glitching still. Cause some of these people I can't see in the chat. So, sometimes I can't get through. So the only thing to combat this is if y'all keep liking the live. Okay, so anyway, so let's talk about it. And we can talk about it until we can find someone. I wish that people would really look at things from a logical perspective as opposed to their feelings. But if you look at the incarceration rates, right? If you look at the shmamicide rates, if you look at the SA and grape rates, if you look at who's being ex-trafficked, if you look at the DV rates, if you look at the femicide rates, if you look at the rates of employment, if you look at who's committing the majority of violent crimes, and it doesn't necessarily have to be unalivings, it could be robberies, it could be home invasions, it could be carjackings, it could be bank robberies. If we think about all of these, things that are going on in the Black community, I would like to know who is committing these acts on a large level. Is it Black women or who is it? Please let me know. When we talk about the fact that the incarceration rates for Black women have steeply declined since the early 2000s, the fact that white tea women who are in possession of white tea privilege, right? And we talk about the fact that white tea women are imprisoned more, more than Black women. But then we talk about exoneration cases of people that are presumed to be guilty, instead of innocent, they just get accused. more black women still, even with all of those hurdles they have to overcome, how come black women's incarceration rate, hurdles they have to overcome, how come black women's incarceration rate is still down by a lot? I can tell you why, because a lot of black women are staying out the way. A lot of black women are not doing anything that they shouldn't be doing. And the numbers prove that. Does that mean that every black woman is on the level? No. But does it mean the majority of black women are on the level? Absolutely. These things can be proven with facts. So my thing is that I can't respect any men that want to come up and talk about how, lace front wigs are ruining and destroying the black community. Or how a black woman who says that she's tired of you sitting on her couch and playing the Xbox and being on Call of Duty and NBA 2K all day, and she doesn't want to be with you no more, how that means that she's ruining the black community and not supporting black men. Like I said, I think that, this has just came to me, and I'm sure that it's already came to a lot of women, other black women, but I think another big problem came to a lot of women, other black women, but I think another big problem with black men and black women is that a lot of black men are highly uneducated and they're not intelligent. They don't read, they don't research, they don't do anything other than live in their flesh. And I really think that is other than live in their flesh. And I really think that is a huge reason why when you try to have intelligent conversations with them, they cannot comprehend it. The conversations, they cannot comprehend it. The conversations are not, productive. And that to me is actually, you know what I'm saying? It's actually sad to think about that. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations with black men on this app. And I would say, if y'all want to be completely real, I would say 90% of black men that I come across here on TikTok are intellectually disadvantaged. I'll just use a politically correct word. They're intellectually disadvantaged. And half of them can't even comprehend what I'm saying. Zero vocabulary. If I asked them to read a college level book out loud, they probably couldn't read the first 5 sentences. And that's a problem. That's a serious problem. And I really do think that is a huge reason why there is such a breakdown in communication. Because if you can't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, if you can't understand it, then how can we come to an agreement? How can you see my perspective when you can't spell perspective? Huh? How can you? You can't spell perspective. So how can you see mine? Crazy. Yeah, it's like I said, it's scary. If anybody wants to come up here in the box and y'all want to talk about this topic, please just send me a request. I will add you up. If you are a man, this is the first and the only time I will ever in my life say that a man takes precedence at all. If you are a black man specifically, and you feel like you can prove to me with facts and stats from reputable sources, like Layla said, reputable sources, how black women are ruining the black community and destroying the future of the black community at a way higher rate than black men, please request up. Please. And have your facts and stats ready. Because I can guarantee you, you will lose. But once again, I will allow you to speak, as I said earlier, for 5 minutes uninterrupted. I will not interrupt you. I will not mute you. I will let you speak. But if you're not a man, then if you're a black woman and you just want to talk, definitely come on. Send me your request and we can have a discussion about this. But also, you know what I wanted to talk about too? I was with me and Sage were talking about it earlier, but I think that we really have to talk about pick-mes. And I know that I wish that we had come up with a different term than pick-mes, like a term had come up with a different term than pick-mes, like a term that's like really serious. Because I think the term pick-me is so like, it's like almost like a lighthearted term. And as what it is, even though it's extremely, extremely serious, I think that even though it's extremely, extremely serious, I think that pick-mes are literally ruining, they're not only ruining the Black community, but they're also ruining women. And they also are putting women in danger. And of course, pick-mes can be of any race, any nationality. But more specifically, right now, I'm talking about Black women that are pick-mes, or male-centered, like Sade said. Um, you pick-mes, you are not helping Black men be better and do better. You praising them for doing nothing or doing the bare minimum is only allowing them to be comfortable and content with doing the bare minimum or nothing at all. You making a man like the guy that we were talking about that's doing a live right now, Juki, that T Scorpio showed his, prison mugshot. You going on a live with a man that is a criminal, that is a felon, and then telling him that you agree that it's actually not Black men, but it's Black women are the ones to blame for everything. You are harming that man because you're not allowing him to live in reality. And even more important, you are harming Black women that look like you. Y'all said that I'm glitching. Hold on. Let me go and see who else is in here. Hold on. I see somebody. You gotta go, Black Affluence. Sorry. Let me know, you guys, if I'm still glitching. Let me know if you hear my voice and everything is cool. I just blocked the new person that came. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, like, pick-mes are allowing Black men to hide. They are praising Black men for the barest of the bare minimum. And then what they're doing is they're making Black men feel comfortable in their own delusion. And, that to me is crazy. Tavia, yes, that man is a felon. He is a criminal. And the fact that he's over there talking like he's somebody when probably the only books that he ever read was when he was forced to in prison is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You want to act like you educated. The only time you picked up a book is when the jailer told you that you had to read it. Or you did it to pass time. Ew, 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 ew. Like, I mean, really. Oh my goodness. But I really think though that truthfully, like I said, I know that pick-mes is something that people don't look at as being really serious, but it really is serious. Like anytime you have a Black woman that's this desperate for affection or validation or attention from other men, that she would literally go up on a panel full of criminal and predatory Black men and then begin to tell them that they're right in their assumption that she is, worthless. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, that's really scary to me. Like, truthfully. It's literally terrifying. Whoever sent me that request, it did something weird when I added you up. So you might have to request again, Jay. I think her name was Germadil or something like that. Please send me another request. It was like all Black on the thing. I had to add you again. So just send me another request, sis, if you want to. Yeah, like, yes, and like I said, that's a special type of delusion. That you really need male attention, and you need male attention from men that are literally no good at all. Like, honestly. Like, that to me is literally insane. Like, you really trying to get a pat on the head from men that were in jail, in prison, dropping the soap? Like, what are you doing? Like, that's ridiculous. Be Original says, and they never get picked. You know what, Be Original? They either never get picked, sis, or they get picked by men that you, Be Original, or me would be disgusted by. You know? That's normally what happens. That's normally what happens. They either don't get picked at all, or they get picked by men that you would look at and be horrified by. You know? And that's also terrible. You know? It to me is crazy. But once again, if anybody wants to come up and share the live, or not share the live, excuse me. If anybody wants to say anything about this, please, send me a request. I'll add you up. And once again, if you're a man and you think that you can debunk me, if you think that you can tell me how black women are destroying the black community, way more than black men are, please, please, please send me a request. Send me a request. We can have the debate of the century. And yeah, and I will allow you to speak. I will not cut you off. I will not roast you. At least not until you're finished talking. Oh, I'll reserve it for after we're done. Let me stop it. That's unprofessional. Yes, but no, I will not. I will allow you to speak and get your thoughts out. Oh my goodness. Anyway, as I was saying, you guys, but seriously though, I don't know. What do you guys think that we can do about the pick-me issue? Do you think that there are women that can be deprogrammed from being a pick-me? Or do you think right now, like women like the lady that's in the bottom, right corner, she's just being honest? Do you think that she can be rehabilitated? Or do you think that, is just a wash? She can't be, she can't be rehabilitated. Please let me know. Hey T, how you doing?
What's up, girl? Girl, you don't sit to the side and let these pick-mes do what pick-mes do and sit there and be the sacrificial lamb so we so women won't be bothered. Listen, that's what they're there for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some of these pick-mes are beyond rehabilitation. Some of these pick-mes are far along and far gone. And those are the women that's needed so they can keep these felons preoccupied. I'm sorry. Keep these felons preoccupied. Keep them away from my niece. I got a 17-year-old niece. Actually, she just turned 18 the 4th of July. And I also got a niece that's 19 years old. Yes, keep these Pookies and Ray Rays and get these felons away from my niece. Absolutely not. Keep them there. Let those pick me stay right where they at. Let them waste a whole decade trying to build a man. Leave them right where they at. They right where they need to be, and they happy. They happy getting their head getting knocked between the washers and the dryers. They're happy getting cheated on. They happy catching 3 STDs. They're happy right where they at. They happy right where they at. I'm just saying, Trigger. I'm just saying, because I don't waste my time trying to help no pick me. Because I would never, never, never waste the time trying to teach a woman her self worth. If she ain't going through her journeys as a woman and don't see her own self worth, and she think that she can't get no better than a felon, then that's all the man that she needs to be with. Let her get all the felons in the world. That's all
Hey
I'm saying.
T, let me ask you a question. Now I agree with what you're saying, but let me ask you this. Do you think though it's possible for her to be rehabilitated? Or no?
It depends on how deep her pick me is. It depends.
Okay, give me a type of pick me that you feel like could be rehabilitated.
Okay, only type of pick me I can see being rehabilitated is the type of pick me that she just want to get married. She's just not hurting nobody. Like like she's kind of like humble. She don't realize like she's still wrapped up in the idea of love and especially black love. Like she don't put down other women and stuff like that. Then she could be rehabilitated. But as far as but I don't know. These pick-mes, I don't know. I don't know. They be having a lot of blood on their hands, if I'm gonna say it blunt like that, because the amount of women they throw under the bus, those pick-mes will allow their friend to get our word just so they can impress a man. These pick-mes are very much vicious, very very vicious. Like I said, those are the type of pick-mes that will allow a felon to live in their house when they have children in their home. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just like that girl, Duchess, R.I.P. to her. But what she did was, from what I was told, was completely foolish. When she was a correction officer, she got with that felon, that prisoner. While she was a correction officer, she met him there, and then she put him in her home, and you see what it led her. I'm sorry to say it like that. Like, honestly speaking, I mean, if you're the type of woman that want to marry a man that been to jail just off the sake you could say I got love and try to throw that fake prize up in women's faces, I don't think there's no rehabilitation for her. I really don't. I really don't.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I do. You know what I find it to be crazy though is like, black women's desire to um like save black men even when they have a lot to offer. So like there could be like a black woman that is, cuz you don't got to be like, I'm not talking about you got to be a rich celebrity or you got to be the most beautiful woman in the world or anything like that. I'm just talking about, like just your regular black woman that's attractive, has a job, has things going for herself. Maybe she went to school, she has her own place, her own car, she has, everything that she needs to get through life comfortably. But she will look for a man that has none of that, or she will accept the man that has none of that. So while she's at her top where she needs to be, she will accept the man that has nothing at all and make those choices. When they are up, they are choosing somebody that they feel is on their level. And it doesn't have to be financially either. It could be like, okay, well, I want women that I think look like this or look like that. And because I got the money or because I have this status, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know why black women do that all the time. The supporting of them. You know what I'm saying?
I would say it's a power dynamic as well, because let's not forget, pick-mes are not innocent, naive dummies. Those women are very calculating and very manipulative as well. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly the type of man that they're picking. They know that. They know that the man that they dealing with is no good. He's trash. But he's a man, and she's with him. The man, and she's with him because of the simple fact that he needs her. I've heard plenty of women say, "Oh, I'm gonna get with a man that he ain't got no place to live, and he can come live with me. He will move in, and he can come live with me. He will move in with me. And if I give him everything, he won't cheat on me." They know exactly what they're doing. These are not a bunch of naive dummies that are not aware of the situation. They're very much aware of the situation. They just trying to hold these men captives. They think by giving them money, giving them a car, that's the shackles that's going to keep them in a relationship with them. And they weaponize hyper femininity to basically try to keep these men captives in a relationship. But all the while, they know that their man is cheating. They know their man is violent. That's all. Like these pick-mes are not naive dummies. That's all I'm saying. Like, they're not dummies. They know exactly what they're doing. That's why they pick those type of men. They pick those type of men.
And I
You know,
tell you what, I've heard that too. What you
yeah. Look at
saying?
Love and Lockup. Look at
Yeah.
Love and Lockup. Even though I can't stomach that show, I hate that show with a passion. I really do. But this weekend, I actually had the stomach to actually watch a few episodes, and I actually had to sit there and analyze it and looked at it, and I said, "Oh, okay, I see what these women are doing. They are bypassing all the available men, and deliberately getting with a loser as a way to keep them. It's no different from a man who has money, and like basically passport bros. They go over there and they use their little $50,000 a year to try to entice the women in the poor countries to be with them. It's literally the same thing. Literally the same thing.
What I Yes, I definitely agree with you. I think that's a great example that you made. You know who I think is a perfect example of that on this app. Now, I don't follow this lady and I didn't block a million of her pages, but if y'all ever know the girl that be on here named E Kane, I think she's another good example of that. Like being with a lame loser, allowing him to impregnate her and stuff like that. And I think that she knows that she's making money and stuff with social media now. But her whole thing is to use her money and what she has to control him and to get him to do what she say, even though it's not working. I think she's a perfect example of somebody like that. But yeah, I know that there are definitely women that use their resources in order to the men end up resenting the women because they know that they're not supposed to be like that. And even it may be cool at first, but they start being angry at those women that they're being provided for. Lift with Liz is skipping. You guys might have to like the live to combat the skipping because I looked in the what I can see with the viewers. I can't see any men right now or any suspicious profiles. I blocked the ones most that I saw that was suspicious. But if y'all say that it doesn't stop skipping in like a couple minutes, I'll just end the live and then maybe I can clear out whoever was in here. Yeah, let me see. Oh shoot, I accidentally sent an invite to somebody that wasn't
And
supposed to.
also, those are the type of women that don't want to make those dudes become successful. They be self sabotage. They be sabotaging them. They be saying how they gonna call their parole officers, be threatening them. Every type of woman that these dudes are getting online complaining about, you had came across a toxic pick me woman. Because these dudes are not online talking about a decent, healthy minded woman. They talking about a pick me vicious woman.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't know. I hope that somehow we can get some type of rain in on the pick-mes. We probably won't be able to, but I just know that I find it extremely, extremely embarrassing to see black women begging, literally begging, screaming, crying, hooting and hollering for validation and attention from Dusties. I just, yes, it is so embarrassing, Layla. It really is. It embarrasses me to see black women do it.
Right. It really is. But you know, every culture got those type of women. We can't avoid them. There will always be a self-centered male worshiping woman. No matter where we at, no matter where we go, no matter what skin tone she is, it will always be a woman worshiping a man. Just off the strength that he's a man. It will do anything and everything to get a man. You even have passport girls. You even have passport women who weaponize passports, get with these men in foreign countries, and use the green card over their heads to try to get with them. So it's like I said, it's different types of pick me's. So the way I'm looking at it, especially the felon, the criminal that's making this live, like I already said, he's using his content for he if you look on his page, he does like a bunch of comedy stuff and oh man, girl, every time I get up on here, hold on.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah, I would definitely say though what T was talking about as far as the passport ladies, they definitely are around. I think what's that show? It's not Married at First Sight, but it's something else. When those ladies get with the men that are overseas, and then they be trying to tell them what to do and control them and everything. I always think that is like so gross. Yeah, 90 Day Fiance, like that is so gross. Like you get with a man that don't got nothing at all, and then you over here trying to like tell him what to do and hold it over his head, and then you think that man really love you. Like that is so pathetic and lame. Like honestly, like I just, you know what? Also, You guys may think this is sexist, but honestly, I think that it's also it's so distasteful to me to see women pay for penis. Like, penis is the freest thing that you can get. It is completely valueless. I have no idea why you would ever, as a woman, pay for penis. Like, I don't understand it. Like, literally, you can be 80 years old and get penis for free from someone. I have no idea why you would pay for that. I don't know. It's literally worthless. I can't even understand it. Like somebody was saying earlier, I can't remember if it was on the live or if it was like in the comment section, but like people were talking about how many men, commit acts against like animals and things of that nature. And I don't know if you guys ever heard the story about Marilyn Monroe, like when she died or whatever, that her body went missing for several hours, and the rumors were that there were men that took their turns, doing stuff with her, if you get what I'm saying, while she was deceased, which is absolutely repulsive. I can't even think of really a bigger violation than that, for you to do that as this person is passed. That happened with Selena too. Oh my goodness. And not to mention that you don't know how many regular women that happens to either. You know what I'm saying? Like just regular average everyday women that may pass. That people, a collective of people that would do things like that, you really think that you should be paying for it? Ew. Ew. Like, I just feel like paying for a man or paying for a penis is just like, that's just wild. Like, I don't know. I can't. So people can call that misandrist, sexist, whatever, but I just can't get behind any woman ever in her life paying for a man or financing them. Like, what are you doing, baby? Just no. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Men are easy. I don't know. That's why I always wonder when pick-mes try to hold over, women's head that they have a man, that as if any woman doesn't have the opportunity to get one. I don't know. Miss Max says, a man just got arrested for raping her while she had an epileptic seizure. Oh my goodness. That's disgusting. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this story. It happened in the UK where this woman had a newborn baby, and she was like, I guess, having a really rough time with postpartum. Her husband behind her back was selling their baby. Keep in mind, it was their newborn baby, on these like weird, freaky sites, and allowing men while she was asleep to come in and rape and assault her newborn baby. She found out about it because something happened to where she was in his like social media or his phone or something like that, and saw all these videos that he had taken. I think, if I'm not mistaken, of like all of these different men violating their newborn child. And that was his child too. I'm not that it would be okay if it was a stepchild, it would be just as bad. But I do feel like it's even worse that it was his own child. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of crazy things that men be doing. Like, that should make you understand that you paying for it is crazy. Like, you paying for penis in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Like, you paying for penis in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You gotta like go take a cold face wash and then look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what am I doing? What am I doing with myself? In the mirror and be like, what am I doing? What am I doing with myself? Yeah, exactly, Miss Chrissy, baby. And I don't think it causes any harm to men. But you guys, and I may come back. No, I'm not gonna come back today, but I will come back probably tomorrow. So I appreciate all of y'all that came up, Sage, and T Scorpio. It's always a pleasure to hear from y'all. I appreciate all the lovely ladies in the chat. Miss Chrissy baby, Miss Mac, Lift with Liz, Coach T. Love to hear from Coach T. Let's see. Let me shout out everybody that's in here. Coraline, it's Ms. V, Self Love, Jada, Divine Blessings, Miss Jones, Pisces, I'm So Pretty, Carter, Camilla Banks, Personal Growth Coach, DJ Angie Diamonds, B, and Classy Lady B. I appreciate all of you guys for coming up. And I hope y'all have a great day. And I appreciate all of y'all in the chat. Okay, hold on. This is a man that says follow Nico. Nico, you're about to get blocked right now. So no one will be following you. Blocked. Bye-bye. Yes. So I appreciate all of y'all. And hopefully y'all have a great rest of y'all weekend, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.